This is going to be the last presentation for topic 1, and this topic is based on exchange rates. An exchange rate measures the value of one currency against the value of another. So say for example we're looking at the pound-dollar exchange rate, we'll be looking at the value of £1 against the value of $1, and as of this morning, £1 is worth roughly $1.40. Now what we want to know is what will currency values changing, how will it impact on our economy? We'll focus first of all on the currency appreciation. What I'm going to draw is an equilibrium diagram for the value of pounds. So we've got pound in US dollars. We've got the demand for pounds. We've got the supply of pounds. That is how we work out our exchange rate. So we've got P1, Q1. If the demand for pounds increased, we would have an appreciation. Value would go up. If the supply of pounds was to fall, then again the value would go up of pounds. What we want to think about now is what will happen if we have this appreciation. How will it impact on our economy? So let's imagine then we have a business in the UK making t-shirts. The retail price for these t-shirts is £10. We have a firm in the USA making the same t-shirts, selling them for $10. What we want to know now is how will this impact on the UK economy? So if we had originally £1 equals $1. If we in Britain were to buy t-shirts from America, they will cost us £10. $10 equals £10. If an American person was to buy our t-shirts, import them into America from Britain, they will cost them $10 because £10 is worth $10. So let's see how the UK economy will be affected by an appreciation of the pound. Let's imagine the appreciation means that £1 is now worth $2. Let's see how this would impact on imports. At the old currency value, importing from America will cost us £10. So £10 for the original t-shirt. For the new one, we can now get $10 for £5. £1 equals $2, so £10 equals $20, £5 therefore equals $10. We can see from this then that we will have a growth in imports. They're now cheaper to buy. Let's think about exports. People in America originally could buy our t-shirts for $10 because our £10 would equate to $10. At the new exchange rate though, for them to get £10 to buy our t-shirts, it will now cost them $20. Clearly this will mean that exports will go down. This in turn will mean that our trade deficit will potentially start to increase. But let's think about some potential reasons why this might not happen now. Our currency getting stronger or appreciating will mean that imports become cheaper. We have to import lots of raw materials from abroad, oil, coal, gas for example. Just because these things become cheaper, we'll not necessarily buy more of them, but the cost of them will fall. This will mean that the cost of some of our imports will start to go down. This might mean that businesses in the UK can make things cheaper, which might actually mean we can counteract this appreciation by reducing our selling price. For example, if this t-shirt company was able to lower its price to £5 due to cheaper raw materials, we can still sell it to America for $10, which may mean they may still buy our t-shirts. Clearly this appreciation, it will be good and bad for certain people. On the face of it, it looks bad for British businesses. It costs more for people across the world to buy our goods and services. But if you're a business in this country which relies on foreign imports, these become cheaper, therefore you can buy them at a cheaper price as well. and potentially become more competitive. If you were going on a foreign holiday in the next few months, this is fantastic. You can now buy more with your money. Every pound you take with you will now get you $2 rather than $1. So an appreciation will have winners and it will have losers. Let's think now about a currency depreciation. So let's clear this board first of all. So this time a depreciation, if we were to graph, will be when the value of the currency falls. So if we have our original value of pounds in terms of US dollars, the value will fall as the demand for our currency falls or the supply of our currency increases. So let's take an example again to illustrate whether this is a good or a bad thing for our economy. So let's assume again that we have our UK business and we have our USA business. Still selling t-shirts. In the UK we're making and selling them abroad for £10. In the USA they're making and selling them for $10. The old exchange rate, £1 equals $1. New exchange rate, £1 is worth 50 cents or half a dollar. So the pound has got weaker. What we want to know now is how will this impact on the UK economy, and we'll think about in terms of impact on imports and the impact on exports. At the old exchange rate, if we were to buy a t-shirt from America, £1 equals $1, it will cost us £10. At the new exchange rate, we still got to fork out $10, but to get those $10, we've got to give over 20 quid. Imports will therefore fall. Exports in America at the old exchange rate, to buy our t-shirts at £1 equals $1, to get our £10 they will have to give over $10. At the new exchange rate, because the pound is depreciated, they've only got to give over $5 to buy our t-shirt. This should mean exports increase. So potentially with this, our trade deficit should fall. So on the face of it, it looks good. UK businesses should become more competitive, increase their exports. This in turn should lead to job creation in the UK economy and lead to economic growth. However though, if you're a business which relies on importing raw materials from abroad, potentially now your raw materials become more expensive due to the pound becoming weaker. This might mean that your costs rise, cost push inflation. That could be bad for your business. For holidaymakers, people buying things from abroad in the UK, our economic welfare might fall. Buying all this exotic food and fruit and vegetables and meat and all sorts of things from across the world now becomes more expensive, therefore we can buy less of it. So again, what we can see is that depreciation will create both winners and it will create losers.